Yeah, we will pass the test.
Yeah. So
when are you going to join?
How do you think you're qualified for this job, first of all?
just as the way you
Was not qualified, so you also felt you could fit in there.
Yeah.
And, we had fun. We used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
We used to have very critical comments on each other's performances.
Okay, what are the comments?
Like I say, do you think the expression was necessary? I said, you shut up, I know what to do. Every day, Nag sir will say, Tamannaah, you look beautiful. I said, Tamannaah, sir is just being too nice to you. Don't take it seriously. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Which man doesn't like cars?
Right.
We like cars more than women, sorry.
That's an insult. Okay, women, no fan following.
Oh, sorry. Expressing in a language which you're not comfortable with, not easy for an actor.
Right.
Now I have great respect for all the girls from Bombay. How do they manage to act in a language which you don't know? It's a lot of effort.
Right.
So it was like going back to doing my board exams.
Hi Karthi.
Hello.
And so I'm sure you know that I'm hired by Nagarjuna for the position that you quit. So I thought I'll learn a little more about how you did the job. So I guess you.
How do you think you're qualified for this job, first of all?
Just as the way you
Was not qualified. You also felt you could fit in there.
Yeah.
That's the first qualification, actually. Not being qualified for the job.
Yes.
Good. So, if at all I have to give you one good piece of advice, stay away from the secretary. Keith is too much of trouble. Just
Really?
stay away from her. She
But-
causes a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very.
But I thought you were in awe of the secretary.
No, but when again, if she's doing her job,
Uh-huh.
then she'll be giving you a tough time.
Uh-huh.
So just stay calm. She's very close to boss,
Uh-huh.
so don't mess with her.
All
Be
right.
safe. One more thing I have to tell you. How much ever you work hard, they won't pay you. You get a good room, you get a good bathroom, you get good food, you get to travel free, you get to drive nice cars like this,
Yeah.
but no pay.
Yeah.
They
So
don't pay you.
so you took the car after you left the.
Yeah, just the Bentley alone I took. I didn't like the Rolls Royce. So,
All right. So yeah. So I'll start off asking questions and
Okay.
probably we'll see the flow
Yeah.
and I'll understand about the job.
yeah.
So this feels like a great movie. It has got great reviews. But does it feel like a debut for you? Because we've
No.
known you so much and
That's what
seen
you
you so
think.
much.
It may not be a debut for you, but for me it was a debut because expressing in a language which you're not comfortable with, not easy for an actor.
Right.
Now I have great respect for all the girls from Bombay. How do they manage to act in a language which you don't know? It's a lot of effort.
Right.
So it was like going back to doing my board exams. 10 days before schedule, I get all the dialogue. I sit by heart, make sure I know all the lines. I don't want to waste Nagsa's time on sets.
Right.
So I made sure I learned everything. I was ready with
Right.
pronunciations.
So why is that? Is Nag very?
No, it's just out of respect. Like I shouldn't be learning my lines. My job as an actor is to be ready on sets to shoot.
Right.
I
Right.
can't come and learn. If it is Tamil, I come to the spot and learn because I pick up like that. Not a problem. Whereas this, I can't pick up like that.
Right.
I have to put in that effort.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm ready for the shot.
So could you have asked for a better debut than this?
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accepted. No?
Right.
Like, for so long, people have been asking, like 5 years at least.
Right.
People have been asking, when are you doing straight film? When are you doing straight film?
Yeah.
Nothing came up which is promising.
Right.
So this was something very special. Not just for Telugu, it's for Tamil. This film doesn't require a language, and to do a film where there's so much of goodness, so much of love, so much of joy with Nag sir.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like, it's like a full combo.
Yeah. I met Nagarjuna garu recently for an interview, and he's literally in awe of you and the way you love your craft. So what about, what was the bonding like with Nagarjuna, and what were your conversations on
No,
the set?
that's what I just told him only very recently. I think when I was studying 10th standard, I had read interview of his where it said, when who becomes a star? What is the quality of being a star or a good actor? That people start following him. You need to be a good personality yourself.
Right.
You should have an interesting personality. You should be very observant. The view of life as an individual is very important to portray interesting characters. However nice the character is, it is finally your interpretation.
Yeah.
So you need to be a very interesting personality. If you see all good actors, they're all very interesting personality. The way they talk about life or the way they talk about their priorities is very interesting. So this stuck to me from very young age, and it has been a very deciding factor in shaping myself as an individual.
Right.
And I get to work with him.
Right.
That is like, who will get a graph like this in life?
Yeah.
Somebody you look up to, and you get to share screen space.
Right.
And when, as normal people, when we look up at somebody, a star or somebody who's known for a long time, who's been there around, once you go close, your entire perception about them changes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes opposite also.
Yeah,
but
but
with
that
Nag
didn't
sir,
happen.
it became more endearing. He is still very young at heart and physically. He has no extra baggage. He's so frank. He's so open,
Right.
and anybody would get along with him so well.
Right.
Like, he took care of me, I would say,
Right.
And we both understood that it is not that we felt it is important for the film. We just genuinely got along very well.
Right.
And when I look back, it is like there is so much of similarity. We both are actors' sons. We both went abroad for studies. We both are mechanical engineers. We both came back.
That's interesting.
We didn't start acting immediately. He
Yeah.
worked as a production assistant. I worked as an assistant director.
Assistant
And then we became actors. And like our choice of films, I have not followed the trend. He's never followed his trend. So there's so much of similarity
Yeah.
in us to get along as well.
Yeah.
And so like
So
that.
he kept saying that Karthi is like my brother during a lot of the press interactions. Did he give you any lessons while shoot?
No, he shared everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was very touched when he said he's like my brother. He said it in Chennai for the first time. We never had a conversation like that.
Right.
But he shared all his things with me, like what he does to keep his skin healthy, or his workout regime, or his diet, or
Wow.
whatever. So many things that is worked for him.
Right.
He shared with me.
Right.
I don't think anybody would share something like that. And Nag sir called up after the film's release and he said, Karthi, everybody's talking about you. They're saying you've done so well. I'm so happy.
Right.
Who would ever say something like that?
Right.
That's how we've grown fond of each other. Like, I'm sitting and I'm enjoying his work on screen. When we worked, I didn't notice all that because I'm concerned about what I'm doing. I sat through with the audience and I watched the film.
Right.
I watched the Tamil version.
Right.
His dubbing is so good,
Yeah.
beautiful, and the way he's brought in meaning to that character,
Right. So Nagaru.
amazing.
Yeah, Nagaru told me during the interview that you insisted on him dubbing, and because you didn't like the previous voice or it didn't suit his personality. So is this movie an exception for you because you got involved so much with this film?
I involved
Even
myself.
Vamshi told me that you were involved during the shooting process as well for the Tamil version. So what made you so attached to this film?
No, the people. I think it all comes from the script. The energy comes from the script. That's the main source of light. The energy comes from there, and it's the people.
Right.
Like, everybody wanted to do a good film.
Right.
Nag sir didn't want an extra introduction shot. We didn't want extra fight scenes. We didn't want unnecessary build-up shots. We all wanted to give people a good experience, something which they can cherish, something which they can take back. Like it says, you don't need anything to be happy.
True.
It's all in your mind.
Yeah.
No matter what, you have to be happy.
Yeah.
That's the only way to take life.
Right.
And when you have a good friend, I think everything
Right.
can become beautiful.
Right.
So much to take from the film. So
Yeah.
we wanted to give it intact without losing its essence.
Yeah. Thora. So you found a friend in Vamshi as well.
Yeah.
So initially you were hesitant to actually pick this film, but what finally made you actually sign on and go on with the project?
No, the conviction of everybody to make it a special film. Like when PVP spoke to me, he said, I want to bring in the aesthetics that we see in Hindi films. Why are we not seeing those kind of aesthetics in Tamil films or Telugu films? We want to bring in that kind of aesthetics, the kind of quality of emotions that we talk about. Hindi cinema, suddenly they become very intelligent. They're doing parallel films where they talk about very, very sensitive feelings.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing such films? It shouldn't be parallel film. That kind of film should be the mainstream films.
Right.
So it was like an effort from everybody to push the bracket.
Right.
Let us do something else,
Yeah.
which will be creatively challenging.
Right. So now that the film has released, what is your favorite scene from the film?
The way he had written the scenes about the painting, the scenes where me and Nag sir sit and talk about each other's life and what is our calling. Those are very, very special scenes.
Right.
Very, very special scenes.
Right. So we haven't actually seen you act in a comic way so effortlessly, you know. So was there something that you had to unlearn to actually play this character? Nothing.
It was very well written. I just felt I shouldn't spoil the character.
Right.
It is so well written. I was very scared that I shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah.
So for me the challenge was to depict a local guy on streets.
Yeah.
In Tamil I know.
Yeah.
Telugu I don't know.
Right.
I have to take guidance from Vamsi. I have to keep observing people. So there is no reference for me.
Right.
You know, because it has to be very real. I cannot take any one particular film or any particular actor as a reference. I didn't want any resemblance to anything else.
Right. So when you watched Intouchables, and then when you had to start acting for this film, did you ever have a reference with?
I never watched it. I just watched it once.
Only once. So there was no reference at all.
You can't take a reference from
Right.
there.
Right.
See there, anywhere in Europe or anywhere
Yeah.
in the West,
Right.
you can't see big difference between a vice president or a CEO and a janitor. They are all very well behaved.
Yeah.
They all speak English. They are all very refined. Whereas here we have a huge class difference because of the economical barrier. It's a huge class difference. So you have to depict that.
Right.
And there, very conveniently, it is a casting where it's a black guy and a white guy, which brings in that contrast.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's only in performance you can bring in that contrast. So you have to
That
be very
was a
clear.
racism.
Like, however well I'm dressed, my behavior won't change.
Yeah. So there's this scene with Jayasudha, you know, where she actually acknowledges you as her son. You just blew our mind with that facial expression, you know, when she said that he's my son. So did
Jayasudha Garu's aura. Jayasudha Garu, when she comes and stands and she performs, there's so much of intensity to her. She's a brilliant actor. All her peers say that she's a natural.
Right.
Even when she started acting, they say she's a very natural actor. She's just spontaneous. So when she comes and sits and says, "Endukocha," it gives you shivers inside.
Yeah.
When you sit there,
Yeah.
you get shivers. That's
Yeah.
the kind of intensity she pushes onto you. And for this character, though he keeps saying it's money, 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 money
Yeah.
in life, money is the only thing, ultimately,
Right.
Nagsar tells him that money is not your call, not everything.
Yeah.
It is your mother's acceptance which you're actually earning for,
Yeah.
which you're waiting for. So when that happens, then there's nothing more you want.
Yeah. So even that little flirting with Tamannaah, it's all so cute, and you're working with her for the fourth time now.
Fourth time.
How was the experience working with her again? I think it's been a while,
We
right?
had fun. We used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
We used to have very critical comments on each other's performances.
Okay, what are the
Yeah.
comments?
Like I say, do you think the expression was necessary? I said, you shut up, I know what to do. So that's how comfortable we are with each other.
Right.
And in this film, I think she was brilliant. I mean, the way she understood her character, the way she knew that she had to react everywhere.
Yeah.
Like how Nag sir doesn't have too many dialogues, she also doesn't have too many dialogues. I'm the only one who's like jala 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 all the time. So she just had that expressions bang on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the way she looked, every day Nag sir will say, Tamannaah, you look beautiful.
Beautiful.
I said, Tamannaah, sir is just being too nice to you. Don't take it seriously.
Right. Yeah. When I interviewed Tamannaah, she said you were really disappointed looking at the Eiffel Tower, and she kept telling you. So, what is that story?
I want to build up that I've heard about the Eiffel Tower. Tamannaah used to say, my most favorite city, Paris. I'll take you around, I'll show you everything. She's like the tour guide for all of us, and all that. We're going there, Paris, nothing like Eiffel Tower, you should see it, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going in the truck and I'm thinking, are you serious? Is this, or is there something else? No, this is it, what's wrong with it? I said, no, this is nothing. Then Nag sir sat me and made me sit down, and he said, it was built 200, 300 years back, and then it was a wonder.
Right.
Oh, okay. Now I understand why it is spoken about so much and why it is picturized so much.
Right.
But for now, after seeing the Al Burj and seeing the tallest of the buildings, suddenly it felt like, what? Are you serious? And Tamannaah couldn't take it.
Yeah.
She felt like she got too touchy. She's saying, as if she's the brand of the tourism ambassador of Paris. She got very offended. She said, how can you say something like that? But then she said, no, this is not the right angle to see. I'll take you to the other side and see. Then 3 days we couldn't go to the other side. The third day we went there and she said, now look at it. I said, yeah, looks the same. What's the deal? No, I have to kill it for her. No, I have to spoil it for her. It was little better from the other side, but still, I can't make her feel good. How can that happen?
Right. So, what was the best part about shooting in Europe? I mean, Paris and Lyon. That's where you shot.
Nice weather. Beautiful sceneries. But whenever you shoot abroad, you have to work very hard.
Yeah.
You have to run around, travel a lot
Right.
because of that. But still, you can't complain. Southern France is just too beautiful. You can't complain.
Right.
And the scenes that we shot now was fantastic. In regular films, you don't get such things to do.
Right.
Like the paragliding sequence, what we did
Yeah.
was amazing.
Right.
We were flying over a lake surrounded by mountains. There are like 6-7 cities, and from there you're seeing all that, and your legs are dangling down. It is a very different feeling.
So, were you really afraid when?
No, I wasn't afraid, but I threw up because they made made me do so many stunts.
Oh, really?
Initially, I was okay. I like this thrill rides and stuff, but beyond a point, I couldn't take it.
So,
Normally the entire glide is about 15 to 20 minutes. We had to stay up in the air for about 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
Oh. Okay, so reshot.
We both were dehydrated. Me and Aksar were dehydrated.
Right, and
because the Alps winds, once you go higher, the winds are too chill.
Right.
You dehydrate and you become dry very soon.
Right. What are the best moments about shooting in Europe? Any anecdotes?
No, just all those Indian people are so friendly. One interesting thing is Naksar told me about how they shot Manmadru.
Yeah.
Manmadru was shot there.
Right.
That
Yeah.
one
What
particular
was
scene. They were not given permission to go up, so they pretended as a documentary film, and Sonali Bendre was the anchor and Nagarjuna sir was the star. But they actually shot the proposal scene there on, and he said we all finished everything within 15-20 minutes and we just came down immediately.
Right.
When you look at the film, it doesn't look like it was shot in 15-20 minutes.
Right.
And he said, now I'm coming here after so many years.
Right.
The entire story was very interesting. He gave me all details of how they got permission, how they went up, and they shot in the restaurant.
Right. So Vamsi told me that when you actually started the shoot, you came in a very chiseled look. You were like working on,
They
and then
overfed me.
yeah. So was it tough for you to keep a track
Very
on your?
She is a spoiler.
Yeah.
And he knows the best food in town. So you should probably have another session with him on as a connoisseur, like a food guide. The right person.
Did you enjoy French food though? So you were there
Some
for
of
30.
it, what Naksar ordered was nice. My choices weren't great.
So you were there for 38 days, right?
Yeah.
So I believe you went on a road trip. All of you.
road trip in the sense every day we traveled 3-4 hours.
Right.
So it was pretty much a road trip.
And Nagsa was always jealous that you got to ride the
Drive the
best of cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
And
Bentleys and
Yeah.
convertibles and 1500cc bikes.
so are you a person who loves cars?
Sorry?
Are you actually a person who loves to drive cars?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Which man doesn't like cars?
Right.
We like cars more than women, sorry.
That's an insult. Okay, women, no fan following.
Oh, sorry, take it back.
Right. So how's it working with Prakash Raj? You also had some great moments in the film with Prakash.
He's an actor which you can sit and just keep watching. Like Kalpana madam, what a spontaneous
Right,
actor. We missed
right.
her so much. It became an unforgettable thing for all of us. Prakash Raj sir, you don't have to, people know him, how good an actor he is.
Right.
And the scenes we had were hilarious.
Right.
Like when he comes and talks to me about the painting with so much of conviction, I said, sir, I can't stop laughing. Please let me keep some earbuds in my ears so I cannot hear you. That's how real he can make it sound.
Right. Karthi, you are having such a great phase in your career right now, and finally you seem to have found the rhythm with Madras, you know. And so, where does Oopiri actually fit into your career right now?
No, see, after Madras, people said this is your best film after Paruthiveeran. Now they're saying this is your best film after Paruthiveeran. So
Right.
I'm glad I'm able to push the bar up.
Right.
And you know, like your latest film should still live up to what's come earlier. Now people are respecting the judgment or my intention of doing films.
Right.
So I'm glad that way. And it's not about just judgments. The film should also come and work. People should like it.
Right.
This film has touched so many people.
Right.
It's become so special. The kind of comments we're getting, so humbling. Such kind words from press, from friends, from people whom we don't know.
Right.
We're all so happy. The kind of experience they've had in this film. We should all thank Vamshi for sitting and working on it for so long. And Nag sir for accepting it and making it a project. PVP to push it like anything. And all the technical team, like Vinod sir, what he's
Stunning
made
visuals.
us look like,
Yeah.
and the way it is so seamless. Editors like Praveen and writers, what I was.
Amazing. Right. Yeah.
That
How
is
it.
what are being spoken about so
Yeah.
much. And the cast, Jayasudha, Ali garu, you know, whatever, they just made their presence felt.
Yeah.
Kalpana ma'am, you know, this very, even the briefing presence they have, they're such strong actors who make us feel their presence.
Right. So, what is your take back from this film?
An extended family, so much of friends. I think that's what you take along.
Right.
No,
Is there a
what-
learning?
See, this is film has come at a stage when I've opened up myself to people. I talk a lot, but I don't open myself to people generally. But this film has given me the confidence to trust people again, that you can open up to people, that there are nice people to open up to.
And why is that? Did you have some experience?
No,
in
it
that?
is just your self-guard, no?
Yeah.
Your defense mechanism inside you is always wary,
Right.
always cautious. And then if you are like that, then you don't get experiences. You don't have great memories. So you have to, you know, they say, even if your heart breaks, you have to again fall in love. You know, even if something goes wrong, you have to still keep fighting. You know.
Yeah.
That's what is. No, this is again reassuring. This is
Yeah.
all that's something which you have not learnt, but just a reassurance.
Yeah, true. So your next film, Kashmora, has a very interesting subject, you know, and this, I think you're playing a dual role after Sirudai.
Yeah.
So could you talk about that?
Nothing much to talk about it right now. It's too early.
Yeah.
But it's a very challenging film. One of the big budgeted films. We have a periodical portion. I'm just saying it's something like a genre of mummy.
Yeah.
It's not too serious.
Very-
There's a lot of humor. But then again, there's a lot of thrill and a lot of history, and it's amalgamation of so many things.
Right. So have you started shoot for it?
Yeah, I finished the first stuff. 60% is
Oh,
over now.
interesting. Okay. I really like the look that you showed
Yeah,
me. Yeah, very interesting. So wishing you luck for that.
Thank
and
you.
on a final note, who's probably the Oopiri in your life?
Family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
All dad, mom, my family.
Right.
I think for all of us, they are the first priority.
Right.
And then, of course, movies something which has made me as a person. You know, like what I am or whatever I take back or anything. It's all come from movies.
Right.
Blessed to enter and be in this industry.
Right. Yeah, on that note, it's a pleasure talking to you and wishing you a great 2016 and great career.
Thank you so much. Good luck to you
and
too.
Thank you.
And do the job well. Don't get fired too soon.
Yes, pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.